Today, we buy materials to build the tiny house.
Let's go.
We're pumped. We're here in town. We need to shower up before we head to town. And got a little list going on here.
It's a very expensive list.
And new coffee mugs. Guys, this thing's massive. Pick yours up and you'll see the difference. That's how much I need.
I just get refills. But yeah, Jason picked his out and I picked mine out.
From the Dollar Generals.
I was buy one, get one free.
Yeah, if you guys were interested in what happens at Dollar General, you missed it in Corey and Cynthia's live chat.
Yeah.
I tooted
Bad.
down an aisle.
It was bad.
And it lingered.
It was not good.
It was more of a toot. More than a toot. It was
You're saying it's
bad.
a sharp?
No, it wasn't that wet. But anyways, we're
So good morning.
yeah. We drew it up what we need for the first round to get materials. We can't get it all in one go because we're also picking up other stuff.
And it's a very big deck. What is it?
It's 32 by 32. And then that's just the start. That's just to hold the silo. And then we're going to build onto that for like outdoor seating, outdoor cooking, hang out, all that.
Maybe a hot tub.
That would be, if we get power, I would 100% get a hot tub.
I know. That's why I said it.
Like an Intex blow-up hot tub, not
Yeah,
like a crazy expensive one.
Like one of them $300 ones.
Yeah, Jared had one. He had two.
And he brought it up to the house.
Yeah.
Remember? We all tried to set it up and
I had a
there
little
was
hole. But that's most likely because he was moving it and he had it on rocks. No, that one he may have it on the deck. He had the first one. Maybe he only had one, and then he moved it.
I'm pretty sure he said two.
I don't know, but they're really good for the price. Clearly not a real hot tub, but for the blow up ones, it's awesome. Anywho,
Yeah. We got on a little.
yeah, we started drawing up everything. I even wrote down what aisle some of the things are on.
Oh.
We're doing new things that we haven't done before, where we have to anchor the post into the cement.
So
I'm a little nervous about that.
that means a new drill too.
Well, potentially a new hammer drill. I don't think our
The wall.
the little impact driver will do it. It might, but I would think it might burn it up. I don't want to burn it up. We need that to build. But we might have to buy a new drill hammer. And we'll probably go to Harbor Freight for that because we only need it so much. We don't need to buy a name brand, thing. And plus, Harbor Freight has worked for us.
Oh yeah.
And then I don't know, just little things like that we're getting to that's new. Luckily, I have drilled into concrete and used concrete anchors before. I did a fun fact whenever I was doing the Crocker Twin Creations, the building stuff back in the day before I started YouTube, which officially what started YouTube because I did videos for that. But a guy on Craigslist was looking for someone to build tabletops for a restaurant he was opening. And I had only built one table before, and I took a bid, and I ended up building like 25 tables in our one car garage. And,
that's a lot.
Yeah, and then he's like, what else can you do when I delivered them? And I was like, anything. And I only knew how to do so much, but it was just like,
You can learn.
anything. And so we ended up doing big old pallet walls, and then we ended up having to drill holes in the concrete and then bolt in like when you walk into the restaurant, like a little wall where the receptionist would be, and like a little half partition wall. And then we had to anchor those in the ground.
Is that restaurant still around?
I don't know. It's in Plano. It was across the street from the dog place I used to work at.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I forgot what it was
see your
called.
handiwork.
Yeah, it's probably not still open. The guy, I don't think that guy was probably the best owner.
Hiring sketchy people to build the stuff.
I never ended up going when it was open. Actually, I take that back. I went in one time to check it out when it was open, but right at the beginning. So I don't know if it's still open or not. I'm gonna look it up after this if you remind me.
I will.
I don't remember the name, but I know how to find it on the maps.
Yeah.
But so I have knowledge in it, but haven't done it. But I've never done where you actually have the bracket hooked into the cement, bolted down, and then we hook our pillars to that. So that scares me a little bit because that's the foundation to the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I was watching Wild Wonderful Off Grid's video because that's kind of what they did, was built theirs up on, but just a deck, not an actual for the house. And I think his name's Josh, I forget, but he went and like he had 2 posts up and then across, so he was gonna do like a hurdle, but it was like high, so he just like jumped over and like climbed over, and it kind of wobbled a little bit. So it made me feel good knowing that their stuff is super strong, and it wobbled a little bit before you clearly hook everything else on. It was just the ones standing up because it's just metal brackets on the bottom. So if ours wobbles a little bit,
It'll be
I
alright.
think it'll be okay. I'm gonna go for that.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah.
I think everything will work out. $2. Oh, yours is $2.
$3.
Oh.
It looks like 2 because it's upside down, but that's not bad for a big old mug.
And I just think mine's cute.
Yeah, I said, you want to drink coffee out of a glass?
Yeah.
She said, I want to be different.
Yeah.
I said, all right, okay.
I like it because it's different.
Whatever.
I'm gonna stick a Sunday Ranch sticker on there.
Yeah. But I'm very happy I'm not doing concrete work anymore. I've learned I don't like it. I do not like it.
I have learned
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It's a fun process because it's different and you have to like be fairly quick at it, and you have to
Yeah, but after a while, that's what. Would you
super tedious. I'd rather probably do a big slab myself.
say? Would you rather do like steps, those type of things, than those
Steps.
like little molds that we did? You remember the
Oh.
off grid?
Um,
That's kind of a little bit of that.
what do you say?
Disaster.
A little bit of the day. That was a disaster because we used quick hardening cement we didn't know, and then it dried up real fast in the machine, and then I think we ended up getting different cement.
I don't remember.
I don't know. I remember the steps were great, and then whenever we went back for whatever reason, maybe it was just to get stuff. I don't remember, but they were still good. And then when Corey and Cynthia went, they said it still
So
looked good, so it worked out great. But that ended up working out good. But I don't know if I would. That was like a whole different. That was only like a
little thing
8-foot walkway, 10-foot
as
walkway.
opposed to like
Yeah.
the
So
whole thing.
I know a lot of people are probably saying, well, it's not even that bad. You did 15 holes and it's a 2x2 square. Big deal. We ended up buying almost 5,000 pounds of concrete.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like legit, I think it was just shy of 5,000.
Ooh, there it is.
Look at the lot, babies.
I'm back.
But yeah, almost legit 5,000 pounds of concrete for 15 holes.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So
It's a lot.
I feel like it's going to be fun. And after driving on it with the tractor and all that, I feel confident that it should hold the weight. I feel confident that we dug down past the frost line, at least from what I Googled. And I do think it'll be fun. We never really get that cold here.
Don't jinx it.
Well, I'm talking like crazy temps. But I think it's going to be fine. And then we do have long stretches. There's 16 feet between the pads, going long ways. And then we have a plan to brace it in the middle. We just did not want to do any of that until we had the deck runners up, whatever they're called, the piers. But that's the thing too is, I know people are already commenting. Let Danielle talk.
I don't have anything to say about this.
See, there you go.
When it comes to building them,
Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say. I don't know, but
We have something because the 16-foot in between.
yeah, that I don't remember where I was going from that, but the hardest part of it is trying to make sure it's going to be plumb and level straight up, because normally we would dig a hole, put the post in there, make sure it's plumb and level, and then put concrete and let it dry. Now we have to make sure even the cut, whenever we cut the 6x6 post, it's got to be perfect, because if you're cutting at an angle and you stick it on there, then everything's off. So that's what kind of scares me with this.
Yeah.
But I do have, in my head at least, ideas of how to correct certain things if it's not working perfectly. So there is a workaround. I think maybe that's what I was going to say. We're hoping this is the start to our journey of building this house.
Mm-hmm.
This is 100% different than anything we've ever done. Building a deck, yes, we built a deck. We've built things like that. We built the floor in the bird's nest. It's all the same.
Mm-hmm.
But we've never done it on a concrete slab. I don't like the way this camera's going back and forth. We've never done it like that, and so everything we're doing, we're learning, and we're going to watch YouTube videos, and we're going to Google things, and we're going to trial and error, and hopefully this will inspire some of you guys out there that's like, oh, I don't know, I wanted to do this, I've never done it. Neither have we.
We got to do it in a week.
Yes, and we have to figure it out quick. So we're hoping it does inspire people to get out there and do things, and it may not always be perfect, but I know this sounds bad, but if it works, it works. And as long as it works, who cares if it's 100% correct? Whenever building the tiny house at the old off-grid, and I used, railroad ties, and I was going to dig down and cement them in the ground. Mm-hmm. Well, then I found out it's all rock. So then they were in the ground like this far, and then hooked them all together, and they weren't even in the ground. They're not connected to the ground at all.
And it's still standing.
And there's been crazy storms over the last 4 years or however long it's been.
Yeah. Storms, so like wind,
Yeah.
rain, frost.
Yeah.
Was that year too? Did you have the tiny house up whenever it was like -20?
Yes, because I was in the, I did the survival challenge,
Mm-hmm.
and that was in the tiny house, because I was getting everything out of the tiny house so I could work in there. And then I went down to the bottom of the hill and did the survival challenge.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, luckily there, it's not really going to shift when you're just on nothing but rocks. But it's still crazy winds and everything, and it held up.
Yeah.
So the more we build, the more I feel comfortable and confident, especially after they lifted up our whole tiny house off the ground and moved it and it didn't fall apart.
That's crazy.
We do say...
I was proud of that one.
Yeah, we do say we overbuild. Some people are like, you don't need that many boards or this or that or whatever.
We
and
use too much lumber.
yeah, I would rather pay extra and
Beef it up.
give me that buffer from what we don't know what we're doing. And people can say what they want, but proof is in the pudding. We lifted up a freaking tiny house that we built, and it's been great. People told us at the beginning also, when we did the shop bird's nest room, you guys are messing up. The not having insulation, you're going to be miserable. It ended up braining out of that room when you had the heater going, or the wood burning stove going. We stayed in there many a times. People told us we shouldn't do the wood on the front, the tongue and groove, because it would rot out real fast and wouldn't work. It still looks almost the same. So
bird's nest, I think, has been my favorite thing.
That's why I talk, because she just stops.
I was just saying.
Maybe elaborate.
This is my favorite.
We even thought about, when we're leaving, can we cut that room off and take it with us?
I love the bird's nest. There's so many memories and
Yeah.
good times.
Yeah, it was cool. We probably, if we wanted to, we could have taken that room with us because we built the floor,
Yeah.
and all we had to do is cut all the walls off of that shop, and then get in there and lift it up and just pull it out and then put it on a trailer. If they can move the tiny house, someone could have moved that room for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh.
so I don't know. It's cool having the experience we have, which isn't a lot, but it is enough that we feel confident doing stuff, even though we second guess things and we worried about certain things.
Well, I feel like that's important to second guess yourself. Even
Yeah.
with everything, if you know how to do it, you still like
You second guess yourself with me?
all the
She does.
time. Maybe don't interrupt me.
Okay.
Forgot what I was gonna say.
You were talking about how lucky you are to be in a relationship with me.
Yeah.
It's good to second guess.
His ring came in the mail or not today, the other day.
What? Are you telling him?
Yeah.
Maybe we get married?
We just gotta put the pieces together. When everybody thinks it's like marry her already, but realistically, when it comes to planning it, it's me. Because now I'm like, okay, well then,
Well, it's not all you.
and then it's like, what do I get a dress? Do I
Yeah.
do my hair and make it like? And then thinking about stuff like that,
Well, because we're not doing a traditional wedding.
thinking about stuff like that stresses me out.
Yeah. I did tell you the other day, I said, you just tell me of these three options what you want and I'll make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't think you told me which
Because
option.
then my follow up was like, well then, what do I wear?
Yeah, so I don't know.
That's the
So that's where we're at. We would just go straight to the courthouse, get married.
But my baby wants it to be a specials.
I want it to be a little special. There's nothing against anyone that's done the courthouse stuff. I've known plenty of people that done it and said they don't regret it at all.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of people, but I know people that have done the big wedding and they end up regretting it.
Oh, everybody I know,
Yeah.
for a majority,
Yeah.
that's done like a wedding, they're like, don't do it.
Yeah. Like, cool, you had the big wedding, but it's a lot of money, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of stress. The day doesn't end up even being about you.
Yeah.
It ends up being about everyone else. And that's why I was just like, all right, we just talked one day, and I was just like, I just want to be married already. I don't care about any of the other stuff that comes with it. I just want to get married, whatever that entails, and or however that happens. And so it's not going to change anything as far as our living arrangements or whatever. But it just like certifies it. It makes it official. It makes
Certifies.
it makes it to where like we were talking and Danielle said, you give that other person your vows and you tell them your promises, and then at that point it's not you stick to it, because clearly we
I
try our
just
best every
want to
day.
be like, when we're fighting, I
You
wanna,
promised me.
I'll say, you remember your vows.
Yeah. You won't even remember the vow.
Baby. Are we writing our own?
I don't know.
So that's how
what
far
happens.
we've gotten with it. But it's going to be soon.
Yeah, so
I
we're
just don't know what to wear, is the problem.
well, because we don't know exactly
Well, even
the details of,
no matter what,
but it makes a difference.
it does.
Is it inside, outside?
Yeah.
It's winter, baby.
I don't, like, what are you supposed to do? I don't know.
I said we should just we get in the grain silo and we just get married in front of it on the deck.
And I said we just do on the land somewhere and just around a fire because it's going to be cold.
Yeah, but that's what you said. It'd be cold.
Yeah, but so we just have fire for
Yeah,
warmth.
yeah, but we might luck out and it'd be a warm day.
True.
We never know.
So yeah,
So that's where we're at. We're gonna start. Leaving right now, and we're gonna go get lumber and materials to build the deck. We are starting. The video you guys will see later today will also show. Have we been trespassing this whole time? Did we mess up? Do we have less land than we thought? Do we have more land than we thought? I'll just say this. I wasn't that happy with the outcome.
No.
So we'll leave you with that.